Let's move over to matters around crime now. And Mozambique and South African authorities have committed to work together to curb trans-border crime. Vehicle theft has been an ongoing problem in northern KwaZulu-Natal. Community members in the area have raised concerns on the number of vehicles stolen and smuggled across to Mozambique. National Police Commissioner Fannie Masemola visited the area with a delegation of senior officers on Tuesday. He told the community that more than 100 police officers have been deployed to tackle this ongoing scourge. He joins us this afternoon for more on this discussion. Thank you very much, General, for joining us this afternoon. As I mentioned in my intro, you did get to visit the area and get a sense of how bad the situation is. And based on your assessment and your engagements with the community members, what exactly are they saying in terms of the cross-border theft and crime that happens in the area? General, it would appear you muted yourself. If you don't mind unmuting yourself and continue with your response, please.
Thanks. Thanks to yourself and the viewers. The SAPS delegation led by myself, we met the community of Mukanyagute district, as well as we had representative of Mozambique government in the name of the Consular General, as well as a General in Europe, and we did listen to the community. Yes, the problem with the community is about cross-border crime, mostly your vehicle theft, vehicle hijacking, and house robberies where vehicles, especially your buggy-type vehicles and SUVs, that get stolen and go across the border of Mozambique.
How closely is the relationship? Please continue, General, please continue.
Yeah, we do work with Mozambique. Remember, Mozambique is part of the SADC. We have got a number of meetings where we meet at the SADC level, from officials, ministers, as well as head of state level. And we do deal with the respective matters that regard crime. So what we do find the problem is actually the recovery of vehicles from Mozambique. That's one of the main problems that we have. Some vehicles, police arrest them together with the community while they're crossing over. But to a great extent, the main problem is vehicles do get recovered in Mozambique. They get pounded in pounds, and when owners come to identify and get their vehicles back, that's where we have got quite a problem in that out of 80 vehicles, you get 1 or 2 would be lucky. So that's where the relationship with Mozambique, we're trying to understand from them, because the agreements are there that they will give these vehicles back, but when it comes to practice, it is not happening, and the community is aware. They have been there over the border for many times, where they identify the vehicles, and unfortunately, the cooperation is not as good. Hence, we have deployed now police at the Mukanyagute district with national deployment, with a view to stop these vehicles that crossing the border to Mozambique.
General, tell us about that deployment. We have noted that it is 100 police officers that will be deployed. Tell us the term that they will be deployed to the area for, and whether there is a conversation or a plan to establish a permanent form of deployment so that there can be a constant or a permanent monitoring of the area, and of course the prioritization of the community members, their safety in that area on a long-term basis.
Yeah, what we have done from the police side, effective from yesterday, is that there is a deployment of over 100 police. It's an integrated deployment with various units of SAPS that have moved into the area. So that is more a short-term measure which they consist of your uniformed police detectives, specialized detectives of vehicle crime investigation. We also have your crime intelligence on the ground. And of course, the SADF is deployed already on the borderline. So while this integrated national deployment is there, we will be bringing in a permanent deployment in terms of permanent solution. You would recall that as such, we re-established organized crime within the detectives. So the offices of organized crime will be open at Manguzi Police Station effective from 1st of April, also including the vehicle crime investigation services as well as crime intelligence. They will open up offices at Manguzi Police Station. Also, your anti-corruption will also be is currently deployed on a short-term basis, but it will also deploy more on a permanent basis, because we also hear from communities that some of our police officers are involved in these crimes along the borderline. So that will assist us in terms of dealing with crime in general, and even those that are found in the wrong side of the law amongst us will then be dealt with. And we also agreed with the provincial commissioner that we need to move the police district offices that is currently at Komsani, move it to closer to Hlufue, where it will be more towards the center of Mukanya district. So those are the measures that we agreed with the community yesterday.
It is such an important point that you raised there, General, around community members raising concerns that some of your members are actually involved in these crimes and the syndicates. So in terms of internal processes and making sure that the force is clean and is able to conduct its work efficiently, especially when you're going to be establishing this permanent investigative unit from the 1st of April, are you confident that you've got solid internal processes that will make sure that everybody on the police force dealing with this particular matter will not be compromised in any way?
Yeah, the deployment of the anti-corruption unit is basically solely that to make sure that they will be able to look after those that might be crossing the line. You recall maybe that between 2014 and 2016, there was quite a number of officials arrested in that borderline, arrested officials of Home Affairs, members of SAPS, which they've been running courts all the time, and they have been dealt with departmentally. So we are now also, again, focusing on that borderline, and will definitely deal with both criminals that are there, because we have criminals from Mozambique, criminals from South Africa that are collaborating in this crime of cross-border crime. So we also then will make sure that we deal with those that seems to be crossing the line.
And then just a final thought from you, General. Are you happy with the level of arrests that you've seen so far when it comes to participants within the syndicates? Because you are well aware, and you'll probably explain this to us, that many community members have resorted into taking matters into their own hands, burning some of the stolen vehicles and acting in other ways. So the work that has been done up to so far, are you happy with it, or are you looking forward to the new deployees adding the muscle that is needed in the area?
There has been work that has been done by the police. Quite a number of people have been arrested. Unfortunately, they were released on bail, and the same people are back at work. And according to the community, it's not many, it's less than 10 criminals that are worrying the community there from the South African side. Of course, they don't know how many are from Mozambique, but they know that it's less than 10 that are from South Africa, and they are repeat offenders. Some are still running cases. So our job is to make sure that we arrest them back and make sure that this time they don't get bail, and we fast-track the cases and they get tried so that their cases can be finalized. So that's how far we are. Police did work, but unfortunately, the people were released back to the street again.
Thank you very much for that update, General Masemola. He is the National Commissioner, Fannie Masemola, who's just giving us an update of the trans-border crime that happens in northern KZN and the interventions that the SAPS have put in place with a permanent investigative unit that will be installed in the area from the 1st of April.